I'm Blake,
and
you're Busted, and together we're Blake and Busted. Got you.
Hey y'all!
Hi.
Welcome back to our channel.
I'm Blake.
And I'm Emiyah.
And together we are Blake.
And Emiyah.
As you can see, we're still single as hell, and we didn't get much prettier, so we're back for episode 4.
So y'all, it's been a little bit of a rough week. So we decided that we'd make a video talking about some things that make us mad so we could try to release some of this anger.
A little way to simmer off some of this steam. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so some of these things are going to be spoken into a bit more detail than others. For the most part, we're just going to list off a couple things, talk about some, not talk about others. But you'll get the vibe.
So one thing that gets me going is when you're walking down the hall and someone's walking in front of you and then they just stop. Excuse me, I'm trying to get by. I can't walk through you. So
when you're in the grocery store and someone's at the side of the aisle but have their cart blocking the whole aisle and don't move it even though they acknowledge you're there.
So at school, when you study everything except for what's on the test.
When you're at a store looking at product and the employee sees you looking at the product and it's very apparent that you have questions and they just never come ask to offer you help.
When someone tells you to do something that you're just about to do.
When old people complain about millennials, but when you work in retail, the old customers are the only ones that are actually causing problems.
When you go to the bathroom and go to wipe and there's no toilet paper. Something else that really gets me going is when you're eating an Oreo and you pull the 2 cookies apart and the icing is literally on both sides. Instead of just being a perfect circle on one of the sides, it's broken on both sides.
I think the issue here is you're not doing it right. You're supposed to twist it, not just pull it.
Maybe.
Yeah, you go twist it.
Well, I feel like I twisted it a little bit, but
chew it.
Still, it's just so unsatisfying when you see icing on the side and the side.
When you're working and carrying stuff, and even though your arms are full and you're clearly busy, customers say, "Oh, can I ask you a question?" And it's like, no, you can't.
Oh, when people are waiting in line to order, and then their turn comes along, and they still don't know what to order.
Something else that really gets me going is when people use the excuse you're just one person as a reason to not make any changes in their life. I personally try to be very eco-cautious and eco-friendly where I can, and then I find a lot of times when I try to give people coaching, friends or family, hey, you should try doing this, very simple changes that can make big impacts, and they just say oh, I'm only one person, it doesn't make a difference, no one's gonna listen, so there's no point, and it drives me crazy. Something that gets me going is when you're sitting somewhere like a cafe or in a movie theater.
Anyways.
And then you're sitting by yourself, no one else is around, and then someone comes in and they have the whole space to sit, but they sit right next to you.
People do that on the bus too. It's so annoying. Excuse me, I need my space.
And Emiyah does that in the movie theater, so
I don't sit beside people. I sit
directly in front of them so they can't put their feet up.
Because I have to sit in the middle of the theater or things aren't good. So another thing that gets me going is when people don't use their blinker. Just tell me, please, just tell me where you're going. It's so simple. Just flick up or flick down. Go this way, go this way. I just want to know.
Or when you're at a road waiting to turn onto a street and there's a car coming a bit away, so you're gonna wait, oh, let the car pass me. And then you're waiting, and they just turn into your street without a blinker. And it's I could have been gone. I could have been gone. You did me dirty. It's when you're in public and going into somewhere and you go in and hold the door for someone, and the person just walks right in, doesn't say thank you, doesn't acknowledge you. It's
I hate that too. It's I don't expect a thank you, but I guess you do kind of expect.
It's I didn't have to hold that door for you.
Yeah, it's I could have been gone through the door, but no, I decided to hold it for you, and then you just
said,
disregard me and just walk through anyways.
Going.
Another thing that bothers me is when people chew with their mouths open. I can't stand that. I'm just sitting here eating my food, just, chewing lightly. And then they're sitting there with their mouth wide open, food exposed, just. It's excuse me. Oh my gosh, I hate that. Another thing is when people waste your time.
Like when you have plans with somebody and all day, like the plans are set, and then like you're waiting, doing your thing, and then it's like just before like you're all ready, getting ready to go, and then they say, actually, like I don't think I can do it, or I think I'm just gonna stay in.
Or like they make up like excuses and they're like, oh, like I fell asleep, or like yeah, or like I was busy doing this, I'm tired. I'll admit I'm guilty of this sometimes, but
forgot I had plans with someone else. That one drives me crazy.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, well, you forgot you had plans with me, so.
You're right.
So what gets me going is, say if like I have a friend who like say we can be really close friends, all that jazz, and if that friend has another really close friend, and if their friend is like openly homophobic, it drives me crazy. Because my opinion on the matter is, how are you gonna sit here and say that like we are good friends, you respect me, you respect the fact that I'm gay, all these things, but then you are also at the same time going to be really close friends with someone else who completely disagrees with me as a person over things I have no control of. Like, it drives me
That is called
nuts.
being a fraud.
Ugh.
That's like the exact same thing, like if he was friends with someone who was like openly racist.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, how am I gonna say that like you're one of my good friends if at the same time I'm like really close, good friends with this person who strictly is openly doesn't like you just because the color of your skin.
Yeah.
And it's like, these are things
that's
that
not right.
we have no control over. This is not like, oh, I don't like your friend because they're annoying, and like that's a valid point. But this is just over stupidness.
Yeah, and I feel like from the other side of like the other like position in this like argument is that like someone isn't like just like their beliefs or whatever, or like kind of thing. But I think that like if you're associating yourself with people who like have thoughts and stuff like that, then
you need to reevaluate your own self.
Yeah.
Say if someone like a homosexual is racist, or a black person is homophobic, or this versus that, and it's like you are doing the exact same thing.
It's like you understand the struggle.
Yeah,
not the same struggle, but like some
like
of the same stuff.
You are discriminating against a certain group of people over something they have no control of. The same way people discriminate against you for things you have no control of. Like, people discriminate against me for being gay, so how can I discriminate against you for being black when I know you had just as much choice being black as I did of being gay?
So to end this video on a more positive note, here are a couple facts to lighten the mood.
Hundreds of trees are grown worldwide every single year due to squirrels forgetting where they buried their nuts. Like Mama always said, know where you're putting your nuts, folks.
Typically, cows have best friends, and they tend to spend most of their time together.
So basically, we're cows.
Yeah, we're heifers. That's what they call female cows, heifers. That's what I learned in Truro. The only thing I learned in Truro.
So some male penguins will go on the beach and look at the pebbles and find like their perfect pebble, and then they will go to their mate, their like proposed mate, and offer them the pebble. And if the mate accepts the pebble, they will be partners for life, and they keep the pebble.
Aww, where's my pebble?
Please, should be getting a boulder.
What the? You really went from there and said, please. You're fake. You're so fake. Some otters hold hands while they sleep so they don't float away from each other.
Please, this girl thinks those hairy twins be floating. They be going sinking to the bottom. They be going.
You just said some hairy twins. You're so evil. Okay. So once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Just a reminder, we post a video every Sunday night at 8 p.m.
Oh. Hello? They have to like and comment and subscribe. Okay. Bye.
So, oh. I forgot what I was gonna say. So,
wait, my old Gucci. Building.
Hurry up!
When you show up to a hookup and you thought you were bottoming, but they thought they were bottoming.
Oh, what the?